Hello and welcome back to another episode of How Did We Get Here? My name is Mal and also Isaac with me.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Nice to catch up with you all again.
Hello. All right. And to this episode, before we continue with today's episode, I'm just going to do a few clarification from the previous episode. The last episode we did is about the holiday episodes. It's get a little bit deep, get a little bit more personal for the last episode. But today's episode, we go a bit chill, bit more talkative, more conversational kind of episode between me and Isaac because we learned from the last episode we have some sort of a common ground between each other because we both studied almost the same thing. Isaac's more on IT, but myself, I studied computer science. So why not to this episode we just talk about one thing that connects both of us and all of you, which is the internet. Okay, before I start talking about internet, I should ask you, Isaac, what's your thought on the internet?
Internet. Everyone has been using the internet lately. People. People using internet, right? Has been what? How to do this? YouTube. We have social medias. I'll say what else? All those platform like Amazon, eBay, e-commerce shopping. YouTube. What else am I missing? Social media, Facebook, Twitter, sorry, X.com or Twitter,
Yeah.
formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, it's the
Uh,
same thing.
and of course, Reddit.
Yep.
Before Reddit was popular, I think there were people back then used Craigslist.
Or
The
Craigslist.
Yeah, it's sort of a forum, but it was more like a wanted help list kind of thing. I don't know. I never actually got involved in Craigslist. I'm more to the forum Reddit, and this is what connected us, Mal and I.
All right, sure. All right, that's cool, man. In my perspective of the internet, it's more like a nerdy kind of perspective, because I love to learn about stuff, the history of it. For me, internet is for at the early age, the what's it called, the dark age. Not gonna say dark age, but the early age of the internet is more about research and development on the scientists or the government side. But nowadays, the internet is more social stuff. It's the most easy to reach kind of stuff, and also you can look for information there. But most likely, people do it for, like you said, the YouTube, TikToks, all the social media that ever exists. But to date back on the early 90s when the internet first thing popped up, it's just nothing. All the text, all the things that quite meaningful to the researchers and the scientists, even the government or the defense system, the defense. But to us, it's just nothing up until the creation of Google. Google is the start, and the Google and also the World Wide Web that we all know up until now. But we're not going to talk about that. That's a bit a nerdy side of internet. But we're going to talk about the social side of the internet and how do we get here. The social media, let's talk about the social media first because that's how most people know each other. We met old friend, we met current friend, mutual, or connect with strangers from there. And also from that, we learned a lot of stuff from culture to entertainment. That sometimes from that, it creates its own kind of culture and creates its own kind of entertainment. Because back then, when Google started up, do you know how the Google image starts?
Um,
Yeah.
I honestly, I have not done the research, but all I know is I'm older than Google.
You're older. Yeah, you're older than Google. Google started when? 97, 98?
1998.
1998. Yeah, it's quite old.
Yes.
I'm younger than Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Since we're talking about age a bit, right?
Yeah.
Remember, as you say, internet and the Google start around in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to bring a meme back. Remember, back in my old days, we don't have the internet. We have the library. We have telephone.
Yeah.
We have cookbooks, literal books to learn information. What else? We have cookbooks, recipes. Now people can just Google up how to make a toast, how to make a cheese toast, a
Yeah.
French toast, or
Yeah.
how to make what else, a cake, and
Yeah.
so on, etc. Back then, people had to use cookbooks, and also aside from that, people were also using mail,
Yeah.
the envelope, the
Yep.
slow mail. Remember, email has not existed back then. I think even email has to come later after 1998-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't recall. I can't recall, man.
But
Yeah.
yeah. That's big difference between the modern internet and back then. The way people look for information is just through libraries, books, or magazines, even, or just ask one another. But nowadays, the internet makes it easier for everybody. But back to the question of how does Google Image exist? Do you know how it happened?
Nope. I have no idea.
Okay,
Please tell me.
Okay,
Please share.
the story of how Google Image starts when one of the developer, I think from at Google, maybe some of their families try to look for one of the Grammy Award winner outfit. They're trying to look for that. So they don't know how to make a centralized place for every single image on the internet exists. So he created that just for that picture. So that how it happened for the Google image. That's pretty cool. A lot of the foundation of the internet today, and also a lot of the creation that happens on the internet happen to be on accident or unintentional.
Mhm.
Yeah, it impacts us all, one another, whether it's good or bad. That's pretty much it. But you said for information gathering and like cookbooks and learning and all stuff. I have my own story on that. So I play guitar. I like to play guitar because I not learn it, but I saw my uncle. He plays guitar. He plays drums and stuff like that. And I tried to learn how to play guitar. I bought the guitar, but I don't know how to play it. So the best thing to ask how to play guitar is ask the internet, like how to learn chords, how to play music and stuff like that. So from there, I learned how to. But it differs from generation. My generation learned it from guitar, but my uncle, he most likely, he said to me like, he learns from magazine, books, and learning from other people. It's pretty much just like that. So it's put a difference, big difference in generation and the way people learn stuff. And yeah, and also including the entertainment. Back then, they do not have internet. They do not have internet, or not internet, Netflix. I'm sorry, or Disney Plus or anything. We talked about this. So most likely people are gonna watch movies on cinema, series on TV, and such like that.
But hey, don't forget about one thing about the internet.
What's that?
Pirates.
Yeah, the
Torrents.
piracy, the torrents, the LimeWire.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
back days, man.
yeah,
And one more thing. I mean, of course, aside from that, people were also posting on YouTube random videos. That was a source of entertainment.
yeah. That's another kind of entertainment, you know.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah.
Did you know YouTube was supposed to be a dating website?
Dating website.
Yes, it was supposed to be a dating website. The initial plan was to be a dating website. That's what YouTube was supposed. So from what I recall was YouTube, they were trying to do what's it? Upload your video and show your face, show like tell like, oh, I'm a guy who wants to find a girl to do this and that and that. I'm a simple guy. I like to do sports and this and that. That was how the YouTube was planning. And I think along the way, I heard that they were actually trying to hire people who just put up their contents, like the so-called bots back then. But it didn't work out. And then I think the creators decided, you know what? Just do whatever you want to do. So they actually let the community decide. So I think if you know about that, I'm at the zoo, the first video to be uploaded on YouTube. So I think that's how it came to be YouTube, how it is now today, to this day.
Yeah, I never know it started as wanted to be a what's it called?
Dating website.
Dating website.
Yeah, it's so interesting that it was so it was so random, that YouTube was supposed to be a dating website back then.
Yeah, it relates with the idea of like I said before, right? Like it's accidental. Yeah,
it is accidental.
And now it's become the leading website of entertainment and information, even.
And don't forget, now it can be considered as a way people start to earn money. I'm pretty sure you know the top YouTubers back then, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. I mean, these are the top three. Of course, you follow along the way with the new joiners. Like Hachi, NMP. I won't say Disguised Toast. He was somewhere in the mid.
Yeah.
and then all those different brands, and there are many people posting their games, their POVs, and I've seen the ASMRs. What else? Mukbang. Yeah,
Mukbang,
if you like
yeah.
mukbang, yeah. People are not posting it, just watch people eating. But to be honest, to this day, I have no idea why people enjoy watching people eating.
Pretty much there's a kind of psychology, to have some sort of a friend to do something. That's why vlogging becomes something that a lot of people like watching. Back then, vlogging is a huge thing.
Okay, but vlogging is another thing. Vlogging is vlog.
Yeah,
Vlogging
yeah.
is to show like the perspective. But I'm talking about mukbang itself. Just mukbang.
Mukbang.
Just watching people eating. That's it. You're literally just watching people eating.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of true.
Yeah, I don't mind listening to the ASMR. When they put those ASMR mic and just get a crunchy sound of the crispy chicken.
No, the ASMR kind of mic, it creeps me out, dude.
It's so cool. But okay. Anyways, okay. Ignoring the ASMR, but again, the mukbang, I still don't get it, because right, if I watch someone eating,
yeah,
I would get hungry.
yeah. That's pretty much the idea.
It's a psychological effect. I don't get me wrong, dude. I'm trying to control my diet, man. I'm not trying to get fat.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I've seen people doing it. I was like, dude, how are you able to control?
Yeah.
I mean, I have control, but the thing is, I don't know why mukbang will be something content that is interested by people. And I'm nothing against it. I'm not trying to say it's wrong or whatsoever. I'm just curious why. Because okay, I think in this way, I just put it out. Everyone has their own source of entertainment. They have their own taste. I'm more to games. I'm more to people sharing their perspective. Listening to strangers giving advices or
Yeah.
how to run their day. Maybe something like a concept of vlog, but I think something more personal, deep lah, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because YouTube is like not everything on this earth is your cup of tea. Similar with the idea of mukbang. For me, I'm not much of a mukbang enjoyer, similar as yourself, right? Yeah. But for some people, if you think in a positive way, in an optimistic way, some people out there have like eating disorder.
Okay.
So maybe this kind of mukbang videos maybe help them in a way. Who knows? I'm trying to think some sort of like a moral out of something. Maybe not. I don't know.
Just a FYI, we are not professional here. We are just saying what we thought. Please do not backlash us or whatsoever. Please do not find us like, oh, we are professional here. Just a FYI, we are not professionals.
We are professional yappers. That's one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are talking random stuffs. We are not there are some facts that we have acknowledged, like the YouTube is a dating site. If you think I'm wrong, go check it out. YouTube was supposed to be a dating site.
Yeah.
There are things that we have confirmed the facts, and there are things that we do not confirm, and we just yap about it.
Yeah.
So please do not take every words we say seriously.
Yeah, pretty much like that. But on still on that topic though, do you really think that online entertainment can overtake the commercial entertainment, which is the TV kind of entertainment?
Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. Netflix is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, just Netflix. Just one word, Netflix. That's it. I don't think. Do you need any further more explanation? I don't think so, because it's like one straightforward Netflix. Because Netflix is considered internet.
Yeah,
because we watch it on TV, we watch it everything. But again, you say Netflix is you watch it on TV, you watch it in any screen, your mobile screen, your tablets, your monitor, your PC, your TV. But again, you're using an app. At the end of the day, you're using an app. And what does that app related to? Internet.
Yeah, 100%. I'm on the same boat as yours though, but I'm more deep on that because Netflix is more professional style of entertainment hub. They have studios, they have producers and stuff. One of the biggest series right now, we talked about this, is Stranger Things, right? The final season, that's huge. We couldn't expect if Stranger Things could get that big if they only shows on TV. Because back then we have what not Stranger Things, what's it called, the Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones start on TV, big stuff. Breaking Bad, big series. But nowadays we have more than that, you know.
Mhm.
It's some sort of like it's too many that we couldn't name most of them.
I mean, there's too much. Like, there's too much. There's too much shows. There's too much movies on the net.
Yeah,
I mean, it would take a professional to list everything for us.
yeah, pretty much that. Because we are like another PSA here. We are not professionals. We are professional yappers. Okay, on the other topic is the social media and such like that. I'm Gen Z. I just laid it out. I'm Gen Z. A lot of people call us the social media wanderers. We wanders around the social media while it exists. We know ins and outs of the social media itself. We are the nomads of internet. Internet nomads was what people call.
I have no idea. Digital nomads.
Yeah, digital nomads. Yeah.
For me, I'm a millennial, so I
Yeah.
have been the pre-internet, the pre-tech and the post-tech.
Yeah.
So I have been in the center. I'm in middle. So okay, just I mean, for those who are not familiar with the internet back then, it's the dial-up tone. You know, the dee dee, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
The noises, the dial-up noises.
No. It's when like, are you on the internet? Get off the internet. I need to use the phone.
Yeah. I'm during that time.
Oh, you're during the time, okay.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. I don't know. Wait, what was our age gap again? 4 years?
4 years maybe?
Yeah, I'm 30.
You're 30 this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 26 this year, so about 4 years.
Wait, you already encountered that dial-up the ringtone thingy?
Yeah, it's up. It stays. I mean, okay. One thing I gotta say, Malaysia's technology back then is a bit slow. Right? There's not yet Wi-Fi even invented. We still use dial-up, like the phone cables and stuff.
Wait, you wouldn't be. Wait, how are you that? Yeah, wait, don't get me wrong. I'm like, I know the time, because the 4 years, right? You're still a baby-ish.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm so confused. I'm actually very confused. Are you already using that time already?
I've been using
being that old.
Yeah, I've been using internet since I'm too young to be on the internet. I've been on internet since I was 5-6 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you had the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking to myself, I'm too old for this shit. This crap.
I don't think age is a number. No, age is a number, please. But on the internet itself, it's kind of everybody's stranger. You don't know stuff, That's okay.
Mm.
But to talk about the old school internet and more in new school internet, old school internet got a lot of nostalgia. The new school internet got a lot of trouble, got a lot of trauma, to be honest. But people still looking back at the old days. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun moment. But nowadays, it's just every single time you hop on, like go on Twitter, oh, there's some tragedy happened. Yeah, that's fun. That's a big thing. But back then, when you go on internet, oh, I saw funny videos, funny cat videos. Cool. But nowadays, my generation, even the worst generation, not the worst generation, the next generation, the generation after mine is far dangerous, because I have my own experience with that. There's one kid, I have my own laptop back then when I was about 18. So I brought my laptop. There's a kid asks, what is this? The kid points onto my keyboard. They are like, they never seen a physical keyboard. They saw like a digital keyboard first before a physical keyboard. And that surprises me. That very surprises me. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but wait, what? Are you telling me like those 5 years old, 6 years old are asking what are you doing on your laptop?
No. The story begins like when I was about 18. I have my own laptop. They come to my room. They ask like one of my cousins. They're a bit younger. They're like 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
They ask, "What's this?" Take a look at my laptop. They take a look at the keyboard. What's this? Why your keyboard looks weird? They're trying to touch the screen to look for keyboards. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough, because I think how parents these days have been trying to keep their children occupied is
Yeah.
using tablets and phones.
Yeah.
And of course, the most popular top number one YouTube most watched video, Baby
Yeah.
Shark a doo 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 doo.
Yes, that song. It's
Yes,
super annoying. But not gonna lie, it's one of the biggest song. Everybody knows about that.
yes,
Yeah, back
and it and sorry to interrupt again,
yeah,
and I'm so sorry, but yeah, and this is like the top watch, actually beat Gangnam Style and
yes sir.
Despacito.
Yes sir. You know what? The during Gangnam Style era is the greatest music video ever exists because I was what I'm 12, 13 during that time, so I was like, holy shit, this shit's cool. Never know Korea is this big. And then K-pop happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I think I was like 14 at that time when
Yeah.
I when what, sorry, what again?
Gangnam
When
Style?
Gangnam Style came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. And to me back then, I wasn't like, I don't know what was the whole hype about K-pop, the
Yeah.
K-drama, like everything, you know. That's when after when Gangnam Style came in, that's where the whole K-pop, K-drama started coming into the Malaysian culture.
Yeah, it's very
Back then it
sudden.
was only Western. Back then was only Western. Back then, right? American, Western, the Europe, the Brits,
Yeah.
all the stuff. Now songs, Blackpink.
Yep. I gotta
Yeah.
say, K-pop slaps. I'm not a huge fan of K-pop, but I listen to a few songs. They are wonderful, you know. But back then, no, we didn't expect that, you know, because during that time, Justin Bieber is out. Justin Bieber is big. He's
All
big during
right.
that time. Yeah.
Ah, right. I still remember. I was 13 that time.
Yeah. I still like Justin Bieber is the biggest singer during that time. And then suddenly there's other things, you know, culture moves. That's one thing about the internet. Culture moves and it moves fast.
Yeah. It's interesting how not just culture, but the internet also join in the trend as
Yeah.
what we upload to the internet, you know. So how the culture affects the internet trend is very interesting. Like one comes up with this and that, you know, and people are like posting this TikTok. I'm not sure what is the latest TikTok trend right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure, but I think people are now starting posting their 2016, 10 years ago
Oh
kind of trend.
yeah, that trend. That's cool. That's super cool. When
Uh,
when I see like
wait,
my friends post like maybe the peers around my age, right? They post picture of 10 years ago. Like I love 2016, man. It's such a good era. It's such a good
uh,
era because I'm young during that time. Not young, I'm a
uh,
kid. Literally a kid.
I think people are doing it because it was like before the COVID area.
Yeah.
The COVID period, because right, 2017, like no 2017. Wait, when was, yeah, all right, COVID-19, yeah. So I think, okay, if I want to do this trend, I would say at the 2028. Why? Because that was before the pre-COVID
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when people were able to be so-called the last moment to be outside in public, to enjoy life, touch grass.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. COVID
Yeah,
really changed us.
yeah, I prefer 2028 that trend to come out, because I would agree that it would make sense because it was the pre-COVID era.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe there's
so
a
yeah,
reason 2016 because I heard a lot of like content creators talk about why 2016 is the best era for the internet because I couldn't agree more because during that time I am very deep in the internet kind of sphere during 2016. YouTube mostly. You know, YouTube music. Back then we don't really have TikTok yet. We have YouTube and that's it. Oh, musically that exists and Vines.
don't forget Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah. Forget about that. A lot of trends during that year. It's such a amazing moment. You know, the mannequin challenge kind of trend. Music during that era is it's crazy. The music during that time is wonderful. Justin Bieber came back, make new song, and it hits. It's wonderful. It's pretty much a cool era. But when you said 2028, no 28, yeah, to make a throwback to 2018, 2018, I'm in uni, so it's less of a trend, more of a memory for me lah. How about the community of the social media? You know, we have different community on different kind of social media apps. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Reddit, uh,
Facebook.
Facebook, yes, and we can classify one by one. Though. Are you active on majority of social media that I said,
Yes, except for Twitter.
except for Twitter?
Yeah, I'm not.
Ah,
I'm not a Twitter fan.
yeah,
I have enough. I have enough of Facebook. Twitter. To
ah,
be honest, I mean, okay. I think this way. Okay, if I want to put it out, Facebook is more of like the old uncle and aunties. I'm sorry,
yeah,
sad to say this, but Facebook is like where your father, mother, your grandpa, grandma, whoever is still around, they use this. Uh, Twitter is more of the younger trend because the trends like what's going on, what's up to date, right? TikTok, but Twitter is the fastest one
mm,
to get the latest update because the moment it trends, like seriously, it trends.
yep,
I'm not kidding. Yeah. I think okay. Now we can compare Instagram and TikTok. So this is something I learned. Instagram is, I think, for someone like my gen,
hmm,
I would say, because Instagram has much more. I don't know how to say this, but compared to TikTok, right? I have been on TikTok for a moment, for a short time being. I see the content is just very Gen Z-ish and Gen Alpha.
yeah,
I feel like it's more to their fast-paced kind of style. But you look at the Instagram, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are content creators showing post sites. Okay, they post on both Instagram and TikTok. But if you look careful, I mean, if you actually can analyze a bit, you can see Instagram has much bit more, not trendy, but more, how to say this,
stylized.
more quieter,
Ah,
more. I mean, I think the contrast is one thing because of like there are many different expect and but not fast paced, much more like a slow pace kind of style, which is quite interesting.
yeah,
Uh, then I think from other side, I think Reddit was something that I've been quite active lately. Uh, but it's quite interesting because I think Reddit was one way you can talk to strangers.
yeah, true.
So yeah,
Because in my opinion, right, I'm I'm okay. There's a few facts I can talk about TikTok. There's about what 60 to 70% of Gen Z most likely go on TikToks. That's why there's a lot of Gen Z kind of style of content on TikTok.
mhm.
So basically we dominates on TikTok. But why not Instagram? I mean on Gen Z kind of perspective for Instagram, we look at it, it's more on our uh what's it called, personalized kind of board, you know, shows what's going on with our lives on TikTok. Mostly more likely is more personalized. Besides you are like a figurehead of something or social media kind of person. And Facebook, I haven't touched Facebook in a long time. When Facebook was a big social media back then, back pre 2010, I was there.
Mhm.
I was too young to be there. And one thing I can say about Twitter is don't use Twitter for now. It's a hellhole. That's one thing I can say.
Oh,
Go.
I thought you're talking about. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the Grok thingy. The AI has been making a bit more explicit content.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aware.
Yeah, don't go to Twitter. It's a hellhole. If you want to look for information and stuff like that, TikTok gets you there. TikTok is there.
I'm sorry to say this, but who in the world is using Twitter as us for information? Don't get me wrong. There is a literal Google, ChatGPT, what else? Claude AI, what else? Gemini to get information. Who in the world in the right mind to use Twitter to find information?
I mean, most likely people use Twitter for like what's it called? The internet drama kind of updates, you know? Like oh,
Okay.
celebrity and YouTubers, you know, they all make tweets and stuff and some sort of cryptic message. And they thought, oh, this guy's beefing this another guy. So basically we got that kind of narration throughout Twitter. But pretty much that's the news that people looking for.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was so confused when you say about people are looking for information, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
I mean, for general information, you can get it from pretty much everywhere. So that's one thing I can say about the communities. Most likely, it's reside on who's more active on the internet. Most likely, the Gen Z and the millennials are most likely gonna be more open on the internet. The Gen Alpha, they are there. They are there to enjoy the ride, while millennials and Gen Z, we just milk them for money. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh,
That
but anyways, you continue.
okay. So and also, we couldn't see this kind of movement of communities without the internet. Back then communities are stayed there by where they sit, where they resides. So internet community and the community we know as the offline community is a huge difference.
Mhm.
What's your opinion on that?
Not sure where this. Not sure. I'm not really sure, but you know what? You just take the lead first for now. I want to
Yeah,
hear your side first.
because okay, one best way to talk about communities, offline community versus the online communities, the offline communities always follows who's the top, who's talk
Mm.
loudest. I'm not gonna say online community also does the same, but it's a bit different in a way, you know. Okay, let's talk about what's called work communities, for example, right? You see this guy doing overtimes without getting paid. Everybody do the same because they don't want to they don't want to fail out. But
Mm.
on online communities, people just share their opinion anonymously. Why should we work more time while we don't even get paid? This is just for example, by the way.
Yeah.
So we on online, people have more freedom of speech. Meanwhile, offline, if they want to talk, they need a community to hear them. Online, you don't need a community. It's just say something and then suddenly somebody saw it and people reply to it, whether they want to support it or not, or it's just flag it as something that's bad. That's pretty much it. The way people approach to some opinion or perspective is a bit different online and offline. The personality of the post is of something is actually impacted to our community. Sometimes people
Mm.
take a look like, oh, this guy trying to say something, but people don't really view them right because they already know who they are once you see somebody face to face. But online, people just take a look at your profile. Oh, this guy got 20K followers. He's pretty much know stuff. So we need to follow whatever they say. That's pretty much it.
I think this is more like a psychological kind of concept
Yeah.
because, like you say, offline community, right? Meaning who is the loudest, who speak the loudest, or
Yeah.
some people say, "Oh, he's the oldest, he must be the wisest. Let him
Yes.
be our leader."
Yeah.
And the online community is just like, oh, let's just say, Instagram. Let's just say, for example, Instagram. Oh, this guy has so many followers. Let's go with him. But then again, people just take, I would say, the first impression. The first look.
Yeah.
Wait, if like, so when people look at the Instagram accounts, right? Okay, I'm talking about the online community here. So let's say I've seen ABC content creators, ABC, they have like 1 million, some have 500K, and most people will just go like, oh, this guy has 1 million followers. Let's go with it. But then along the way, when you actually see the content or what he does, it just seem more mean. But if you look at the 500K, it has more quality. It has
Yeah.
actual content, that is make more sense and make feel how to say relatable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much on the idea of community. And then we talk about informations, right? Nowadays,
Yeah.
on social media, not social media, on the internet, the best way to get information is AI. AI helped us pretty much. But one thing I'm gonna say about AI, I'm not a big hater of AI. AI is good, that's fine. But as a person who do creative stuffs, right? Do not use AI directly. Use AI as a template and then create your own. That's one thing I can say about AI. But a lot of things we can talk about AI though. It helps us in a
Mhm.
way, you know. It's direct. But at first, I saw a few memes about AI. When the first time Google released the AI stuff, they tried to read history of information based on people's reply onto that kind of topic. And then sometimes it's just explains something that opposite about it. It sounded funnier than actually get an answer. So AI, there's a few flaws about AI back then, but nowadays AI is getting more polished day by day. And I gotta say a few bad stuff, but AI use a lot of energy. So it's I'm gonna say AI is a big bad, but we need to sacrifice a few things just to create more things. It's one thing about AI. And another thing about AI I just learned about today, there's one kid, not a kid, but this guy used an old, like a, not hard drive, like all the files from NASA. He used AI to sort everything, not sort everything, to see everything. So from that, he discovered a lot of stuff about space using AI. And then now he worked for NASA because of his method of discovering a lot of information about space from all for all files by NASA. That's pretty cool.
Okay. That's very interesting news.
Yeah.
I had known about it. I actually had not heard about it. But okay, I just realized one thing. So speaking of AI, right? So I'm not sure you have read the news. This was something that caught my surprise. Apple,
Yeah.
it's relying on Gemini.
Really?
Holy moly! Yes.
Isn't Gemini under Google?
Google? Yeah.
What?
They're having like a sort of like a partnership. So I'm not sure about the whole context. From what I understand is because Apple couldn't keep up with the AI,
Yeah.
the race, they are gonna like use Siri to connect with Gemini's algorithm to
I
get the
see.
answers.
Oh.
I'm not sure of the whole context. I'm not sure about the whole content, but this is what I know. This is what I'm aware.
Yeah.
All I know is Siri. I believe it's Siri, or I don't know. Okay,
Yeah,
let's just
Siri.
ignore Siri. Let's just say ignore Siri, but Apple itself, it's gonna be using Gemini, which is
Yeah.
from Google, and which is Android. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put this out. Android, Gemini, to help with to keep up on the AI.
I see that. Because one
Yeah.
thing I gotta say, AI, Apple's sucks at upgrading the AI. The AI still sucks. I'm just gonna lay it out.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Even the map sucks. Have you seen Apple Maps?
Yes, the maps suck so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, and what is everyone using? Waze or Google Maps.
Yeah, I use Google Maps. I don't use Waze.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, because yeah, AI right now, when you say like Apple AIs get replaced with Gemini, I think that's a good thing. It sees more like a business opportunity within this big ass company, so they can do more stuff. At the same time, I saw a lot of news about Apple with their new phones. They're trying to make the flip phones, not the flip, the folding phones. You heard
Is
about
it
that?
happening?
Yeah,
Is it happening?
yeah. People say that there's a leak. Apple's now on development kind of side on making a new Apple foldable phone. So I'm not surprised because it's pretty much everybody doing the folding phones nowadays, right?
Okay, don't get me wrong. I feel like Apple is really trying to catch up on the race,
Yeah.
but I feel like okay, to be honest, to be frank, right? I feel like Apple right should stick with their own design because look, okay, don't get me wrong. Yes, I've seen the memes. I like the memes. Every time they announce the new model, right, it's literally almost the same.
Yeah.
It's just the inside is just the difference. That's it, and I'm okay with that because, again, I feel like that Apple should have just stick with their design or stick how they want to be instead of chasing up with the folding phones and so on. Because right, at the end of the day, Apple's will always be better in their internal specs.
Yeah.
Samsung, I think Samsung has been keeping their S24, S25 almost the same design closely. They have been changing is either a smart edge or a curve,
Yeah.
corner curve. Yeah. So that is something that I'm okay with. But when Apple, right, I feel like they are losing. I think that, to be honest, I feel like they're already losing the competition here.
Yeah, hundred
That's why
percent.
they're desperate. I sorry to say this. I think maybe it's a wrong term, but I think desperate is the it's not the proper way. But I feel like it is the way to show what they're doing because they're all way behind the races. Because
Yeah,
not just only Samsung has been going with the foldable phone, but I believe Huawei, Honor as well. I think if I recall, or other brands, I can't recall. But yeah, there are other phones that are catching up with the folding phones. Google Pixel, I don't think so. They're doing that because they are focusing on what they want to do. But I feel like Apple said to say, uh, yeah, I think they should focus on other stuff and rather than fighting for it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the memes lah.
yeah. The meme's gonna be fire this year because if Apple really released the folding phone, oof, Samsung gonna take a field day for that.
Mm.
Yeah, because yeah, like you said, Apple. Let me rant about Apple for a while. They
Okay.
they suffers from FOMO. 100%. They see like other brands trying to do it. They're trying to do at their own pace, but at some point it's like they're trying too hard. But people still buy it, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't. Not me,
yeah, I understand it. Okay, from that there's a battle. There's two communities fighting. So we're gonna talk about the dark side of the internet itself. What can you see the dark side of internet?
Oh, okay. So this is something interesting. I believe there's people always saying, how people say we are be using 10% of our brain.
Yeah,
So people also say this. We're actually only using 10% of the internet. We're only making use 10% of the internet.
yeah, that's a good insight, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm aware that if you know the proper way of getting in and out, you could actually get more. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, uh, yeah, the explicit content,
yeah,
illegal content,
yep.
getting some, medication
You're talking
and
about the
stuff.
dark web?
Yeah, dark
Yeah,
web.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, if like I say, if you know the right path, you could get all this information. You can get what confidential information, uh, weapons, guns.
yep,
What else? I know there's more than that, but I think this is where I want to go. This is how far I will go. I'm not gonna go any further.
yeah,
But I mean, you and I know that the listeners know what I'm talking about.
yeah, of course. Because in my perspective of the dark side of internet, most likely connected to the social media, I gotta say cyberbullying. It still exists. It still exists. It's not good. People have their own kind of content they want to do. No matter how they looks, no matter how they want to do it. It's just if you don't like what you see, just take off, dude. Don't take a look
Oh,
at it for a long time. Don't need to comment about it. Don't need to say anything about it. The best way possible is not to talk about it because at some point you're gonna become a bully, and there's a lot of stories based on cyberbullying alone. Back then, when I think it's Facebook. Yeah, a kid on Facebook, they talk about something and then it's ended up on the verge of suicide, and it's not a good thing. Bullying on the internet. Another thing is exposing people's personal stuff. Doxing other people, doxing people on the social media. It's not a
yep.
good thing. Don't do
Well,
that. You are exposing somebody's personal life onto millions of people. Not
yeah,
just millions of people, millions of strangers, and among those strangers there's a weird people there. They might do something worse.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah,
it's really sad how this what do you call again those keyboard breakers? What do you call
the
it
the,
again?
the keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors. Yes, 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 yes. That was the term I was looking for.
Yeah,
I forgot what's it. Yeah. So those keyboard warriors, right? They don't know what's the right thing. They don't know what to say. They don't know what they're saying, and they're just saying their point of view, and they want to lash it out and say like,
yeah,
"No, your point is wrong. My point is right. You're just wrong in every way. I have this proof. I have evidence." And they just keep on pushing, pushing, and pushing and pushing, and without any proper confirmation and so on, etc. And when these keyboard warriors, right? Okay, So I'm not going to go further like Facebook or what. Just even Reddit itself.
Yeah.
I have seen people on Reddit. Some are very positive. Okay, some people are positive, some neutral, and of course there are the negatives.
Right.
Okay, so why am I positive? Like people like I understand how you feel. The neutrals one like you know, just move on. That's it. But the negative one is just like they're trolling. They say like ha 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 this and that, you know. And when you say when you're trolling, right? People are asking for legit advice, right, or some sort, and people are trolling. They're like, ah, no, just keep on doing it. You know, just giving false advice, and it's very how to say a very dumb move to do this because at the end of the day, we all don't know what people has gone through
Yeah.
because we're all human beings, and every human being has a story. The thing is, we don't know. Uh, why are we even hurting strangers when we don't know what they have been through and they don't know what we have been through?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this to each other?
That's pretty much it.
What's the outcome? What are you looking for? Validation? What are you what gain? What uh, the power?
Yeah, they want some sort of like a political correctness onto their own point, you know. Those people like they can be cursed all day without any
Oh,
consequence.
sorry. I think I also want to say this. Feed your ego.
Oh yeah, those people exist.
Yeah.
I find it funny though. People like feeding egos based on strangers' reaction on the internet. You know, I couldn't grasp it.
I mean I don't know lah. I just feel like this is just very weird for people to just to focus on that, just to give them the power, just to give them the ego and so on. You know, just give them the authority.
Yeah,
That's it.
they want
But yeah.
that power though. Those peoples are weird.
Mm.
But we here on this project, we are strangers. You know, me and Isaac, we just know each other throughout internet, and then we trying to build something together and explore something together. Similar with other people out there on the internet, people should do that. People should get
Yeah.
along. People should do something more with this kind of opportunity of the internet itself. There's more opportunity. There's more things we can do together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I know we're on the topic of internet, but I think at the same time, don't just focus on the internet, but also in the real world, as in reality.
Yeah.
You know, the grass, the rocks, the stones, the lake, and everything. Because regardless wherever we are, physical or virtual, just be kind to each other. Ah,
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, we all have our tough days and understand that there's no way we can always be calm, be positive, and you know, there are times we're human beings, okay? We have every opportunity. I mean, sorry, we are human beings,
Yeah.
okay? And we have feelings. We have the good sides, we have our bad days, we have our good days. And that's okay. I know not everyone is gonna be like patient or like, oh, it's okay. And some people like, hey, where's my food? Oh, hey, where's my order? You know, this and that. I mean, it's fine. I know we're all having a rough day, and I get it. But I think that's what makes us human. We have flaws. We are not perfect in every way. We are just trying to get our day. You know, we are trying to survive. We are trying to live. We are trying to find our happiness, our hope, our guide, our light, or whatsoever. You know. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're just humans, lah.
Yeah.
So I think that's my take.
Yeah. That's a good take, man. Because yeah, like we all human, we should support each other. That's one thing.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
Before we closed up this episode, I want to ask you a question. What's one thing you're thankful about the internet?
I think okay. I'm just gonna be very. I mean, I'm just gonna be here. There. Like, I mean, I'm thankful for the internet for existing. I mean, I think without the internet, right, there are so many things we can be done in a quick, but less than 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Like let's say where to eat,
Yeah.
how do we get here? Like
Yeah.
literally, how to get to this location? You know, like how to drive. You know, what's the maps? What else? Getting information as fast as possible. Let's say, oh, uh, how to perform CPR.
Yeah.
YouTube, this
Information.
and that.
Yep.
Yeah, information. I think this is something I can thankful for, you know. But of course, How we make use of it is another question, because I believe you and we know how people try to make use of the internet for different reasons.
Yep. That's
I mean, I don't have to explain lah. I don't have to explain what the reasons are. Yeah, I mean, you and I know what we're talking about.
yeah. But for me, internet is more. I don't know. I cannot say it's fully a blessing, but one thing I'm thankful about the internet. Without the internet, this is a big thing for me. Without the internet, I don't even know how to speak English, because textbooks doesn't really work. I'm not that kind of guy, but internet does really teach me how to speak English, and also it connects all of us. I can learn, and also it opens my mind, what's going on and how people reacts onto something. That's one thing about the internet in my perspective, because I'm very much a closed up person, and in a close tight knit of a community, in my family. I'm not gonna say it's conservative, but it's very closed up. Not very closed up. It's like very traditional. But internet really opens my mind, so I can see a lot of things, view a lot of things, and then I can understand why things happen to be like that. And I'm not gonna point out a direct example about it, but people can directly understand about it, and I'm very thankful about that. And also, information is getting faster and faster and faster day by day, and it's such a good thing, and people can learn.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Agree.
one thing that's so helpful about the internet. Okay, we at the end of the episode today. I'm very thankful to talk about this kind of topic. And if you want to support us more, you can follow our social media and subscribe if you enjoy this video and help us and support us. And yeah, see you guys on the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode and have a good day or have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Podcast out.
Podcast out.